So without further delay, let us begin with this summit's promoters, and I would like at this point to introduce and to give a big welcome to the chairman of Cassa Depositi e Prestiti, Giovanni Gorno Tempini.
Thank you, and good morning to everyone, distinguished colleagues, members of the Finance in Common Coalition, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to welcome you all to the 2021 Finance in Common Summit hosted by Cassa Depositi e Prestiti under the auspices of the Italian G20 presidency. Allow me then to thank the Finance in Common Secretariat currently hosted by the Agence Française de Développement for its extraordinary commitment throughout this year. It has ensured the growth and strengthening of the Finance in Common initiative, as well as coordinating with Cassa Depositi e Prestiti the overall preparation of this summit. Also, I would like to thank for their time and commitment all speakers, partners, and promoters of the second edition of the Finance in Common Summit, starting from the International Fund for Agricultural Development, the World Federation of Development Finance Institutions, and the International Development Finance Club. The COVID-19 pandemic and the following socio-economic crisis has generated deep and enduring impacts at worldwide level, amplifying vulnerabilities and inequalities, and highlighting the urgent need to reconsider our development models. Public development banks have been very active during the darkest phase of the crisis in support of the economy, providing cash, guarantees, counter-cyclical investments that have allowed to achieve short-term objectives and to set the stage for the subsequent recovery. As the global macroeconomic outlook finally turns positive, with most countries bound to return to pre-COVID-19 GDP levels in 2022, there is the need to lay the ground for a more balanced, equal, and sustainable growth. More than 500 public development banks present at national, regional, international, and multilateral level are uniquely placed to do so by operating in more than 150 countries and by moving 10% of world investments. In Europe, public development banks will be called to be implementing partners of the Next Generation EU plan, an opportunity not to be missed. With its 750 billion euros, this initiative is aimed at strengthening our economies by providing financial backup to crucial forward-looking projects, allocating fixed resources between green economy 37% and digitalization 20%. Italy will be the first recipient in terms of absolute values of the plan, with approximately 205 billion euros to finance its national recovery and resilience plan. On top of that, 30 billion euros will be added through national resources. To facilitate the implementation, Cassa Depositi e Prestiti will be promoting collaborations between European and national stakeholders, including the other public development banks well represented here today. This participatory approach has also been the distinguishing characteristic of the Finance in Common Coalition. Its members have been working hard together on better aligning financial flows with the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Agreement, coherently with the commitments of the November 2020 Joint Declaration and the COP26 agenda. Building upon positive results, public development banks convene today for a second time to reiterate their pledge to act as a single united system. With governments, international organizations, private sector, civil society, we can define the path to collectively shift our strategy and investment initiatives toward the critical issues of climate change, food security, and sustainable agriculture, gender equality, responsible finance, and social investments. Only by embedding and linking our investment strategies with these generation-defining issues, using innovative lending policies and ESG criteria, we will orientate financial flows to have a positive long-term effect on our communities and our economies. Cassa Depositi e Prestiti is doing so by issuing innovative social and green bonds since 2017. This summit will also be the occasion to strengthen the coordination between Finance in Common and other international relevant events such as the G20, the COP26, and the COP15. On October 13th, also thanks to the initiatives of the Italian presidency, the G20 finance ministers and central bank governor meeting recognized in their communique the Finance in Common Summit Coalition as an official partner, under which the public development banks, seen as critical partners, can report back on their needs and efforts through the next Indonesian G20 presidency. Indeed, without government support, it would not be possible to unleash the public development bank's potential to better serve public priorities. Dear colleagues, the future reserves many challenges that require, as never before, cooperation to be overcome. Public development banks should then come together and work alongside all stakeholders towards a greener and more equitable development model. I am sure that the next 2 days of discussions will strengthen our coalition and bring to concrete solutions to support a sustainable and long-term economic recovery. Thank you for your attention and my best wishes for productive 2 days of work.
Bene, thank you. Thank you very much to Giovanni Gorno Tempini for his inspiring words. And now,